Hey, what's going on, everyone? Big here for Serpent Tech. Welcome back to another episode of Caffeine and Crypto, where I welcome you to join me with your favorite caffeinated beverage of choice: coffee, energy drink, tea, whatever you got. And if you don't like caffeine, grab some water as we go over this past week's crypto news and what's popping in the crypto world, so to speak. Maybe not the latest and hottest topics, but most of them, some of them, I try. All right, I try. So we're going to go over some crypto news. A couple of key subjects or articles that are really popping, at least in the last 24 hours, some other pieces from earlier in the week, and then wrap up the end of this live stream talking about any updates that we might have on projects or aspirations or what we're working on, so on and so forth. So sit back, relax. Thank you for dropping by. Crypto Mikhail is still live, should be coming in here in just a moment, and thank you for all of your support for the community. And we got Red Panda shortly thereafter. Right now, Bitcoin sitting around 66K, almost at 67K, but a lot of the news, so to speak, or the blame of why Bitcoin is down compared to 68K is because of the Tether DOJ probe, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, you could see Bitcoin sitting around 66.8, Ethereum under that $2,500 mark. Solana is actually doing better than I expected. Because when Bitcoin falls to these levels, especially 65K, Solana is usually back to 130, 140 something. It's actually at 168. So it's kind of weathering the storm. And there's a reason or speculation on why that is. Stay tuned later in the stream. And then we have a few coins that are actually green, like XMR. Not much green, but then CRE, C-R-E. Never heard of this token. Let me know if you have. Carry. Oh, yeah, I have. Wow. Okay. It's up. What's the percentage on that? We just saw it a second ago. I don't know why the chart's acting like that. But yeah, look at that. Look at that pump over the past recent months. October 9th to now. And Carry Protocol is a blockchain-based platform that aims to revolutionize offline commerce market, by connecting merchants and consumers in a seamless and secure manner with a focus on addressing challenges faced by offline commerce industry. Carry Protocol leverages blockchain technology to create a decentralized ecosystem that benefits all participants. You know, commerce is a big thing in today's technology world, right? We all order online. We all want to interact with one another, pay one another, vendors, consumers, so on and so forth. But that sucker's up 56%. Woo! Man. Could you imagine if you got in that sucker back here early October, right? When the price was 0.0083. Let's do some math real quick. And this is just, I don't know. Shiny object got my attention. ADHD's kicking in. But 0.0083. And let's say that we invested, let's say that we just invested $100. Small change, right? Compared to most of the others. So divide by, we got 12,000 shares, and then times that by where we're at now, 0.35 cents or 35 cents, that $100 turned into $4,000. So congratulations to anybody that got in early. And yeah, it's good to see blockchain being utilized. Again, I'm a big proponent for use cases, tangible benefits to the world. A lot of these blockchain projects don't offer anything to give back to the world or make the world a better place. But anyways, we'll talk more about that, as I always do, later on. As we said, Bitcoin's around 66.8. And if I move out of your way here, you can see we're kind of putting in a green daily right now. Will that sustain, right? Because you could see, as we were climbing up and we got in that 69K range, right? We had a green, red, green, red, green, red, green. So then tomorrow, Sunday, might be a red in this current pattern. But will we be able to sustain? I'm sure Monday we might put in a green candle. But as I've mentioned in many other live streams or content, I think we're just going to be moving back and forth between everything. So between 70K and 65, 64K. We're range bound. It's a good opportunity to trade in that range, but obviously be smart about it. Don't over leverage yourself. Only bet what you can lose. yada yada yada, all that other good stuff that they tend to say. But real quick, good morning to everybody. Rudd Puts, Jay Bohannon, Angel, hope you're doing well. Matt Electron, how's it going, buddy? All track. And I believe you got all track. You did confirm you got the giveaway prize, correct? Automatic Beats and Chris Hanley. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. So we're just gonna rock and roll through some news. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, please at me or send a super chat. However, I do appreciate constructive criticism, and I had a healthy debate with somebody on Twitter throughout this past week that I appreciate. But you all who have been a part of the channel for a long time, and don't forget you can subscribe or join and become a member down below to help out the channel. But as you know me, I always try to be as objective and transparent as possible. When I make a mistake, I like to work on resolving that and correct that as soon as possible, if time allows. You guys know I got a lot going on, as we all do, and I appreciate your patience as we move forward. But Bitcoin price nurses a 5% dip amid warning Bitcoin can still flush to 60K. So can Bitcoin fall to 60K is the real question here, and I believe it can. We said that in a previous live stream, stuff like that. If I go from here to 60K, that is about a 10% dip, and as you can see, that's certainly within the realm of possibility. I just believe, not only these EMA ribbons, right, because we're on the daily chart, will add some support, but you also have additional support here again at 64, 63K. We have more support below us, right directly below us, at the bottom of 66K, top of 65K. Obviously 62K is a big one, and then 60K. So for us to fall like basically into the 59Ks would take a lot, but it's not out of the realm of impossible. A black swan event, something critical, geopolitical tensions, whatever it might be, is certainly. So positioning yourself as best you can, diversifying your portfolio, is how you can weather the storm. Not financial advice, just what I picked up over years of not only participating in the traditional finance, but also in stock trading, even though I'm not a professional financial advisor or a stock trader on a professional level or for a company, so on and so forth. Just want to make sure that's clear there. Never claim to be, but always try to provide some helpful insight for the average individual out there, because I am one myself. Anyways, data from Cointelegraph Market Pros and TradingView track lows, local lows of 65.5K on Bitstamp on October 25th daily close. This came along with fresh geopolitical instability and unsubstantiated reports. Wow, I can't say that. Surrounding illicit use of the largest stablecoin Tether, right? So again, the word here is unsubstantiated reports surrounding Tether. Now, the funny thing is that this probe or this investigation into Tether is actually old news. I don't know why everybody's acting like it's new. Like, I thought we already knew about this, but anyways, moving on. We obviously geopolitical instability. We got the presidential race here in the United States. Like, there's a lot of unknown and uncertainty. And matter of fact, let's go check out CoinMarketCap and see where the fear and greed index is at. Oh my God, why is that so bright? Dark mode. Where's dark mode? Give me it back. Thank you. So 50%, we're 50-50 right now, right? Bitcoin dominance is at 58.3%. Ethereum dominance is at 13%. Like, we don't know which way things are going to go, how things are going to react, how things are going to pivot. So nobody's got a crystal ball that can tell you what's going to happen. But for Bitcoin market observers, however, there are more important factors in recent Bitcoin price performance: open interest. Now, most people say the cause of the drop was because of some U.S. investigation of the Tether, which in fact couldn't be further from the truth. Over the last month, we had relentless narratives, both in the top ranges as well in the bottom ranges, making people become emotional each time they should have made a decision, right? Trading with emotion can often get you wrecked. We know that, or at least most of us know that. If you're new to that, trading with emotion can get you wrecked. Remove emotion as you make your trade. Set your stop losses. Take your profits at key targets. Have a plan. Don't just walk into it and be like, let's moon this baby, and FOMO into some project that you get wrecked on. Like, that's time in the market beats time in the market. I don't know many times people can say that, but it's true. In my opinion, the drop wasn't caused by the news. The drop was caused by the high OI, open interest, which market makers are trying to flush out before they take the price higher, right? A little shakeout before we go up is the suspicion, or this is what they're suspecting. Data from on-chain analytics Glassnode showed that the single-day OI, or open interest, decreased on October 25th as the largest since August. Blows my mind that Bitcoin still trades like a risk asset. Bitcoin will trade like gold in these events one day. So basically becoming a bit more stable, a little less volatile, so on and so forth. Glad you got it, Alltrack. Good to hear it. And there is a delay between when you respond or say something and when I respond, so just bear with me here. That's normal YouTube, and it doesn't look like we're dropping any frames, so that's good. On the plus side, 10,000 BTC open interest wiped in minutes. We are now back at the same level of open interest as when Bitcoin was trading on 59K. 60K liquidity flush next. If you look at the liquidity heat map, we can clearly observe how bulls tried to catch the local bottom this whole week, failing each time as there were highly leveraged positions, says an X post from a particular individual. But here's the heat map, okay? Now it's happening again with a massive pile of longs sitting just under 65K, which is also a very important support level. Lose that and the next support range is at 60K, gets exposed. So again, looking at the chart that we just talked about, falling from where we are to 60K is not out of the realm of impossible. So 10% dip. And because of some of these positions that have been open or longs, there could be a large liquidation that happens that pushes us back into the 60K, 59K range. So a lot of people are keeping an eye on that. And it looks like bulls had a hard time kind of nailing the key areas that they were looking for because of all the longs sitting at 65K or below 65K. Crypto rally followed by reported DOJ probe. Now let's talk more about this here. So Bitcoin appeared poised to make another 70K run, but then a criminal probe and the stablecoin issuer sent prices tumbling, is what they say. Cryptocurrency prices had reversed early gains and are broadly lower during the U.S. afternoon hours Friday, following the Wall Street Journal report on the U.S. Is probing stablecoin issuer Tether for violations of sanctions and anti-money laundering rules. Stablecoins are a type of cryptocurrency. We already know what they are. They're basically pegged to the dollar, or tried to be pegged to the dollar, with a market cap of 120 billion. It is one of the most widely used stable coins out there. It's on most of the ecosystems, but so is USDC. So is a lot of other stable coins out there, but none as popular and as long as Tether. Early in the session, crypto prices have been on the rise, with Bitcoin nearing 69K and perhaps readying for a late day or weekend challenge, topping 70K for the first time in 3 months. In the minutes following the news on Tether, Bitcoin had tumbled as low as 66.5K, down nearly 2% over the past 24 hours, before modestly bouncing back to 66.8K. The broader market gauge, or CoinDesk 20 index, was lower by 2.3%. Taking the X shortly following the story, Tether Chief Technology Officer Polio Andrino said that the WSJ is regurgitating old news. See, that's what I thought. There is no indication said that Tether is under investigation. So it's old news, but is it the DOJ that's putting, like, there's a couple things here. You're going to see at the end of the show that the U.S. government actually was exposed or got hacked, right? Because remember, the U.S. government is one of the biggest holders of Bitcoin, besides individual or major companies, stuff like that. So would the government, in some, and this is just tinfoil hat speculation on my part, not saying it's true whatsoever, but if I were the government and I wanted to get more bags, or maybe me and my friends get more bags, which we know that the banking institutions are doing, right? They want the price to stay where it's at, range bound, so they can continue to gobble, eat as much Bitcoin as they can before it starts marching towards new all-time highs. But when the government gets involved, they can spill out news. Hey, DOJ, put this out. Hey, NSA, put this out. Hey, FBI, put this out. SEC, CFTC. And then that can affect the price for sure, right? Just like major influential personnel on social media has some power, so does the government. So why would they just say this when it's already, when we know it's old? Well, that's because not everybody know it's old. Not everybody knew this was old news. So, of course, it was all over the various articles. And here we go again. But federal investigators probe cryptocurrency firm Tether. Maybe they found something new. I don't know. I really don't know. But the criminal investigation run by prosecutors in Manhattan U.S. Attorney's Office is looking to whether the cryptocurrency have been used by third parties, right? Maybe sanctioned countries, sanctioned individuals, criminal enterprises, whatever, to evade sanctions and then use it for money laundering. And that's possible. But again, the dollar, criminals that do money laundering schemes at a massive scale don't use Bitcoin and don't use USDT. They use fiat. But everybody's got it in their head, or the news media wants you to understand that, oh no, Bitcoin and crypto is just for money laundering and evading sanctions. That's not true. It's not just for that. Maybe some parts of it use it. Maybe some individuals use it, but a large majority would rather use fiat. So again, the word unsubstantiated. Thank you, Dan Ruggs Mexico, for the $1.99. Scooters. Yes, dude. We have fun on scooters in DC, man. That was great. I got to get Mikkel to put that video up. I think he did, where I was all dressed up in my suit, rolling out. Dude, we were having fun. But I was not fun in the morning. I was really hungover. Thank you, guys. It wasn't even Dan's fault. It was because all the crypto influencers were having a great party. We were going from place to place. And, oh my goodness, what is his name? How am I forgetting his name? Anyways, he knows who he is. We had a really good time. Freaking jackass. Anyways, yeah, so old noise. It's FUD. Tether defends itself from a report to the Wall Street Journal about the U.S. government investigation. I'm just looking for new news, but I'm not seeing it. People familiar with the matter? Yeah. Tether, blah, blah, blah. Old noise, blah, blah, blah. According to the newspaper. All right, so the U.S. Attorney Office for Southern District of New York, Justice Department is carrying out criminal investigation. The use of Tether by third parties to fund illicit activities or laundered money generated by those activities. That investigation has going on for several years. Simultaneously, the Treasury Department is considering a sanction Tether because of its widespread use by individuals and groups sanctioned by the U.S., including terrorist group Hamas and Russian arms dealers. See, I knew that's exactly what it is. But we've already been talking about this since before all this stuff blew up. Before Russia invaded Ukraine, when Russia invaded Ukraine, between Hamas and Israel situation, we already knew that crypto was being used to a certain extent, but it's not all. Like, we've seen evidence of gold and dollars and all kinds of stuff being utilized. So, yeah. This is old news. But it caused some fear, and the market may have fell because of it. I don't think it fell just because of it, but it may have, like, squashed some of the enthusiasm people were having. And again, who benefits if the Bitcoin price stays where it's at? Well, big banks, centralized institutions, governments. Again, take off the tinfoil hat or put it on, whichever. It doesn't benefit the individual user like you and I, who have been holding our assets, hoping for a big payday to where we can take profits and pay our bills, pay down our house, pay down our debts, stuff like that, right? So it doesn't benefit you and I, but it benefits those entities that we just mentioned. Again, speculation on my part, but we'll see. It's widely irresponsible. We got a quote here. It's widely irresponsible for WSJ. Thank you, Dan Rugg, Mexico, for another $1.99. I do not recall at this time. Yeah, of course you don't recall at this time. Manyness. I don't know what else to say. Quantum, full quantum, straight quantum. It's an inside joke. Sorry, guys. Probably speaking nonsense. Anyways, it is widely irresponsible for the WSJ or the Wall Street Journal to write articles with reckless allegations with such certainty when no authorities have gone on record to confirm these rumors and no sources are named. Now, we've seen stuff like this before before Coinbase and others have been issued Wells notice, right? And thank you, Crypto Mikkel, and everybody that came on over. Sherm, Wayne, appreciate you. Fudweiser, thank you, Crypto Craig. Thank you all for swinging on through. But we've seen this before where these news articles or outlets will publish this information, and then all of a sudden there will be a proper investigation done. So like maybe a leak from the government agency that is investigating said cryptocurrency or blockchain project. But I could have swore we heard this a while ago, that the DOJ or governments were investigating Tether for use of or for evading sanctions and money laundering. But here we go. The article, it also carelessly glosses over Tether's well-documented and extensive dealings with law enforcement to crack down on bad actors, seeing the misuse of Tether and other cryptocurrencies. Another thing, too, we talked about it on Yeti.uk, is if you go look at the smart contract for Tether on, I believe, Tron, you will see my note about the history, right? About how there was a lack of transparency, how they were making statements that they were 100% backed, but these were false claims that led to many controversial statements and arguments between crypto community members. This is not new, right? Tether has been known to do this. I think they stopped posting their proof of reserves online is another thing that I noticed, or like their documents showing that they have, you know, one-to-one backing as they claim, but they were keeping up with it. I haven't checked in a while. They may have done a new one recently, but I haven't seen it in a while. So while Tether might have some gray area, and while Tether might have been used for miscellaneous evil dwellings or dealings, then I don't know. I really don't know. I really could care less, because what I do is I fall back to a stable coin like USDC, USDT when the markets dip, and then pick back up that cryptocurrency asset, getting out of that stable coin back into the currency I want as it goes up. So I don't spend a lot of time in the stablecoin arena, but I know a lot of people do have quite a large portfolio of just nothing but stable coins with a good mix of Bitcoin. So I can understand why this particular situation might be a bit deterring. But here we got from Jacob Silverman from last month's FOIA response to SEC has at least 4,000, almost 45,000 pages of records on Deltec Bank, Caribbean Bank, where Tether does its dealings. Oh. Yeah, but see, look at the date. This is old. It says March 2022. They've been working with law enforcement and collaborating. It claimed in August that it helped over 145 law enforcement agencies recover more than 108 million. Yeah. So, again, I feel like we're acting like old news is new news just to FOMO into stuff. So anyways, moving in and on. Will Microsoft shareholders vote yes on Bitcoin? It looks like Microsoft Corporation revealed that an assessment of investing in Bitcoin will be a voting item in the forthcoming shareholder voting on December 10th. Okay. So Microsoft considering a treasury strategy of holding Bitcoin in the next shareholder meeting. Okay. That's cool. The board articulated that its request assessment is redundant, emphasizing that Microsoft management already integrates considerations of cryptocurrencies into their broader investment strategy. Yeah, that's true. The board highlights that this proposal requests that the board conduct an assessment that is unnecessary because Microsoft's management already carefully considered this topic. Microsoft's Global Treasury and Investment Services team evaluates a wide range of investment assets to fund Microsoft's ongoing operations, including assets expected to provide diversification and inflation protection. So yeah, they're putting it towards the board, but the board's like, why the hell do we need to do this? You already did it. Like, why? But I think it's going to be voted in, or whatever the shareholders are going to vote for. I think it's possible. I could see a lot of companies in the technology space, and maybe not even in the technology space, diversifying themselves, in all that good stuff. What do you mean, dude? I mean Tech Hustler, all track. No, I did something with Tech Hustler, but then when DC was with Tech Hustler, and Nashville was with Dan McKell and Sherm. And again, scooters and shenanigans. It was great. Everywhere you go in a major city that has scooters, shenanigans. Just shenanigans. Just do it. I don't care if you don't have a good sense of balance, just do it. I almost got hit by a car. Or not hit by a car, but the lady opened her door and the bike lane is right next to the parking spot. I almost got wrecked. But I survived. Yeah, I was in DC with Tech Hustler. I misspoke, but I was with everybody else in Nashville for Bitcoin Nashville. Getting back to the topic, I don't see this as a big deal, but people believe that if Microsoft, I guess this is the public facing side, right? The board members are saying, why do you want us to vote on something you already decided to gain exposure into? But this is more public facing. So if the board says yes, even though the answer is already yes behind the scenes, would this pump Bitcoin even more on the news? I think that's the intended goal. We'll have to see. But institutional investors held approximately 43% of Microsoft outstanding shares, while public companies and individual investors account for 56.84%. Insiders held a negligible 0.04 shares. The Vanguard Group stands as Microsoft's largest shareholder, owning about 9% of total shares outstanding. BlackRock follows 7.45%, and then State Street holds 4.04%. Given this distribution, the major shareholders could be pivotal in determining the outcome of the proposal, because we already know Vanguard, BlackRock have exposure to Bitcoin. So yeah, Vanguard's anti-Bitcoin stance suggests a likely no vote, aligning with the board's recommendation. Oh, sorry, not Vanguard. Vanguard Group, I don't think so. I thought they did though, but BlackRock for sure. Yeah, because BlackRock's become a strong proponent of Bitcoin, offers U.S. Bitcoin spot ETF. State Street seems somewhat open-minded to Bitcoin. Okay, so it would be State Street and BlackRock that align with Bitcoin on the Microsoft portfolio, or docket, I guess you could say. But you still got Vanguard that might hold it back. We'll see. We'll see. I think it would be a positive. In summary, I think it would be a positive thing for the ecosystem. I don't really think it's that big of a deal, but I think all of this public-facing stuff is more for us or for the markets than it is for the individuals or the shareholders. What happens to Bitcoin price? What would happen to Bitcoin price if Microsoft shareholders vote yes? Assessment of investment, blah, blah, blah. Second quarter, they're talking about Microsoft, how it's doing. At an average price of 73K of Bitcoin, this would translate to 104,000 Bitcoin, nearly 11 times the amount held by Tesla, which currently amounts to 9,720. So basically, if Microsoft approves, right, and they start accumulating, of course, it's going to have a price impact, right? Microsoft held $76 billion in cash and equivalent. If shareholders push the company to allocate even 10% of that, right, 10% of 76 billion or 7.6 billion investment into Bitcoin, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So again, while I think all the acting is more for the outside world, it's still a possibility that Vanguard or some people that are not open to Bitcoin or don't want Microsoft exposed to Bitcoin would vote no. Now, while we are in volatile times, some of the crypto companies or even some of the states that have legalized it as tender have had rough times and the volatility in the past. But I think as we continue to grow, the volatility will just get that much better and that much more stable. And so it will behoove them to consider it as an option later on. Again, any questions, comments, concerns, please post it in the live chat. Old news, news is news, and old news. Now all we need is Kaspa and Doge to go through. Yeah, I was kind of disappointed that Kaspa went down, Wayne, to 10 cents, but we'll get to that here in just a moment. But the purge, Vitalik's plan to reduce Ethereum's bloat. The purge aims to reduce the data bloat and simplify Ethereum's protocol. The purge focused on trimming unnecessary data storage and limiting outdated features to make Ethereum more efficient while preserving the permanence of the blockchain. The purge is not set to directly impact Ethereum's gas fees. However, the proposed changes may enhance network performance and reduce operating costs. So not going to help with gas fees, but might reduce overall operating costs. The key element of the purge is to tackle the increasing barrier new nodes face when seeking to join the Ethereum ecosystem, increasing storage requirements. A fully synced Ethereum node currently requires about 1.17 terabytes of storage, primarily due to historical data according to YCharts data. The purge also aims to cut down client storage requirements by reducing or removing the need for every node to permanently store all the history. It's good. I like it though. I like storing all the history because if all of y'all go down and I'm the only node that has the entire history, y'all just sync with me and then we're all caught back up. But I understand the need because the storage has gotten so big. I understand the need to cut back and stuff like that. Now, 1.17 terabytes is not a lot to me, but to the average end user that only has a 4 terabyte drive, if that, yeah, maybe. And again, that's on a platter hard drive. You really want to on an NVMe SSD. Oh, dropping frames. Why are you dropping frames? Hang on. Why are you dropping frames? Come back to me, baby. Come on. Come on. Let's see if we can double it up. Hang on. Come on. There we go. That was weird. Need to figure out what Comcast is doing now. But anyways, yeah, this is interesting to me. May not be interesting to you, but interesting to me. Expert shares conservative Kaspa target for bull run. Just to summarize it for you, Scape, an analyst, believes that Kaspa is gradually going to be reaching its bottom soon, indicating that cryptocurrency could soon experience significant price expansion. The perspective aligns with the growing attention and strong utility that Kaspa reportedly is gaining, suggesting that the foundation for rally has been laid. The foundation for the rally has been laid. Now, another expert sets a conservative price target of Kaspa hitting $2 for the peak of the current bull cycle. So as we go into this next bull cycle, or hit the peak of it, they're expecting Kaspa to be $2. That is quite the speculation. As you can see right now, we barely got over 10 cents. And if we zoom out here and squish the charts to try to get to $2, which is going to take me a hot minute. There it is. All right, that looks pretty flat to you, right? We've been consistently range bound between 10 cent and 16 cents for the longest time, with a few excursions into the 20 cent territory, but nothing significant. And I know every single one of you, including myself, have been waiting patiently. But if we go here, and you can't see it because it's right behind me, and I go all the way to $2, okay, that is a 1,700% increase. A bit much, in my opinion. A bit much. But if that happened, there'd be a lot of average end users and even large institutions that have been mining Kaspa for a long time that would take profits, thus pushing the price down from $2 back down to like maybe 60 cents. My conservative price estimate is more like 42 cents. And that is a 276%. And that's not even conservative. Sorry. My like ceiling is 42 cents. My high in the normal brain is more like back to 28, 30 cents. But maybe we blow past it. Maybe we go to $1. Can you imagine your Kaspa in your position getting back to $1? That will be nuts. I'm sure every single one of y'all will enjoy that. But we'll have to wait and see how things go. Again, manage your expectations. Don't get too crazy on me. But still, pretty cool. As we got some analysts calling for it. We even have another one that says $4. But again, now we're getting like 2,000% increase, 3,000% increase. A bit astronomical for my taste. Yo, Pounder's back. What's up, Crypto Pounder? That would be a huge jump. Yes, Wayne, 100%. 69 cents says Crypto 440. Thank you. If you guys want to throw any of your price predictions, again, this is all pure speculation. Anybody watching this chat or this video, this is just speculation on our part. We're not financial advisors. But go ahead and throw a number out there. What do you think price of Kaspa could hit in a full-on bull market at the peak? Go ahead and throw some numbers in the live chat for me as we continue on with this live stream and get ready to wrap up before Red Panda Mining comes live. Experts are picking SU over Kaspa, and I know a lot of Caspians will be mad at this, to compete with Solana, but one crypto might outperform them all. Now, this is pure, again, speculation. Bitcoinist throws these articles out from time to time, but SU has been picking up pretty darn well. I just scratched a cut and it hurts. So experts are switching to SU. I actually like SU as a top altcoin to likely challenge Solana while Kaspa fortunes fade. And that's because the price, it's kind of stagnant and then it's pulled back. Crypto Casino rollback is expected to outperform them all by focusing on the numerous potential of online gambling. There's been so many online gambling things, like I could care less. So I don't care about rollback, but many people might. The most important thing that I wanted to highlight here is SU. Attention is turned to SU's architecture instead, which uses a unique a unique proof of stake system with layer 2 blockchain siphoning massive shares of revenue from most layer 1 blockchains. Su's unique take is drawing a lot of attention, and Su's price is now up 3x in 2024 with little sign that it's slowing. However, explosive rally in Su price will depend on how well it can compete with the largest or the biggest ecosystem, Solana and Ethereum. And I think if we go, what is it, DApp Radar, and we go and look at, I gotta find it again. I don't think Su's ecosystem is quite as big, but let's see here. Global. Let's, where's ecosystems? Ecosystems. Token, resources. How did I do it? Change. Here we go. Where is Su? Where is Su? Where is Su? Okay, it's not even on here. Okay, it's not even on here. Not even showing up on layer 2. So anyways, my point being still stands. Su's got a lot of work ahead of it. That's it. But experts are picking Su over Kaspa to compete with Solana. I don't think Kaspa was intended to compete with Solana. So why are we making that assessment? Or why are we drawing that correlation? Why are we trying to make Kaspa compete with Solana? They're two different things. Now, Su and Solana, maybe I could see, but we'll see how things go. I'm excited for Su, I'm excited for Kaspa, and I'm excited for Solana. I just don't like the amount of shit coins that are on Solana. And I got 3 tokens on there, okay? So I understand, and I completely agree. There's a lot of crap tokens out there that have no benefit to the world. Democrats trying to get people to go and vote and to make sure that their voice is heard to their local government, state, federal. It's a shit coin. I understand that. The goal is to promote people to go out and go vote. Like I said, be active in their communities. Coochie coin, support women, women foundations. Cats of Crypto, supporting children, or donations to St. Jude's and a number of others to help improve the world. Any donation of any type that you can do to an organization or charity would help the child, the individual, the old person, the cat, the dog, tremendously. And cats and dogs are great pets for our veterans in need of some assistance. So make sure if you have a veteran friend that is out there and you haven't heard from them in a while, go ahead and give them a call. Go ahead and check on them, please. Just say hello. Just let them know you're just thinking about them. Reminisce if you need to, but check on your buddy, all right? Anyways, moving on. Hacker returns $19.3 million to drained U.S. government crypto wallet. I suspect if I was a hacker and I did that, and I then realized that it was a government wallet, I probably would do the same thing. Like, oh, whoops, my bad. Here you go. I'm just going to go ahead and keep about 800,000 though, okay? Bye-bye. So anyways, the government-controlled wallet that's been drained of $20 million on Thursday received most of its funds back Friday, adding another layer of mystery to the transactions flagged by blockchain analysts. It also could be a black flag op, right? Where it's one of their own infiltrating that nobody knows about, hacks the system, and then returns it, and then tells them how they did it and what they could do to improve their security. That's been done so many times. But of course, Zach XBT, who's been a sleuth in the blockchain, analytics and backtracking some of these things, said in a tweet Thursday that the transfers resembled the playbook of a bad actor engaging with several decentralized finance protocols. The wallet had also tapped so-called instant exchanges after funds were moved across a series of transfers that looked nefarious. About 19.3 million worth of funds have been returned to the wallet early Friday per the on-chain data collected by Arkham Intelligence, including Ethereum and the stablecoin USDC. Still, Zach XBT said that in his Telegram community that funds to transfer to the exchanges had not yet been returned. Said that his Telegram community that funds transferred to exchanges. Okay, so there's some funds, but not most of it's been returned. As of writing, the government-controlled wallet was still missing around 1.2 million compared to what it had lost, according to Arkham Analytics. Originally, the funds had been seized by the U.S. Department of Justice 2 years ago, right? And it's from the infamous Bitfinex hack. So a lot of the funds that the government has is from hacks or bad actors or whatever, right? So it is a bunch of dirty money, in my opinion. So if you hack those funds, you're already messing around with dirty money and you're about to make it dirtier and you're going to make yourself a target. So it's kind of a gray area, but we'll see what happens. An hour after the government-controlled wallet received funds back, the funds started flowing to a wallet with an address beginning with OXCA. A small amount of Ethereum was followed by a 6.1 million transfer, a small amount of AUSD, blah, 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 followed by 11.6 million of AUSDC. So they're basically moving it on Aave, save some fees. Last but not least, $10 of USDC was sent, followed by 7,000 of it. That left the wallet condition resembling its drain state Thursday, containing just 130 of the Trump-themed meme coin after a further $170 in ETH was moved. The Trump token had been sent to the wallet by an unknown party earlier this year, resembling the test transfers. Governments have sent small amounts of crypto prior to shifting digital assets in bulk. The German government, for example, used test funds or transfers when selling millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. So they send small parts first, and then they, confirm, and then they send the rest. 1.1 million worth of stablecoin, 5.4, blah, blah, blah. Global leader, blah, 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 wrote, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I guess that's it. So basically, a hacker hacked the wallet that was containing the Bitfinex funds that the government seized, and then returned the majority of it, but not all of it. Okay? Yay. But I could see why the hacker would do that. Hey, my bad. Here you go. Here's what I found. Here's the security leak. Here's where your problem is. And that's going to cost you 1.8 million or 1.1 million. Deuces, I'm out. I'm out of here. Take care. Probably going to get a knock on their door in the future, but good luck to them. Anyways, the real flippening. Solana price hits new high record against Ethereum. This is something I talked about at the beginning of the stream, where all the other coins are down, right? Oh, look, Bitcoin's over 67K. But usually when Bitcoin's, down at like 65, 66K, Solana's back at like 132, 142, something like that. But it's at 168, so it's staying around 170. It didn't fall as hard, and there's a reason for that, and that's because of the AI meme coin frenzy surging because of this one token that developed or pushed out from pump.fun. That's basically it. But yeah, Solana, I guess, hitting new, I don't understand it, hits new high record against Ethereum. Okay, so it didn't hit a new all-time high, because Solana's been a lot higher than this, but it hit a high against Ethereum, is what they're saying, right? So Solana's all-time high was around $200-something, $210. That's not where it's at right now. But if we look at Sol versus ETH, we'll do Binance. It did hit a new all-time high. If I scoot out of your way here, you can see that there's the new all-time high right there, right? And the all-time high number is 0.07 Sol to ETH. Not bad. So it's up 17% on the week, 19%, almost 20% on the month, 21% over the 3 months, and then on the year over 278%. So Solana is still gaining ground with the recent pump in that particular AI meme coin shit. Of course, it helped Solana out drastically. Solana is not basically replacing Ethereum. I don't agree with that. I think there's a place for Solana, and I think there's a place for Ethereum. One of the key drivers behind Solana's recent surge was the explosion of decentralized exchange DEX usage on its platform. Solana's daily DEX trading volume gray has been consistently growing since August, blah, 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 surpassing Ethereum's DEX volume green during peak period. So, yeah, I mean, can it sustain, though, right? That's the question. Can it sustain? Solana has lower transaction fees. It's cheaper to build a project on it. It's cheaper to release a contract on it, so on and so forth. Sue is challenging that. But, with WIF, Bonk, and a number of others, I can see why Solana is attractive. Hence the reason why we built 3 coins on it. So, we'll see. Technicals hint a big pullback in 2025. So, technical analysis of Solana shows that we should have a big pullback of Solana in 2025. We might rise with the rest of the market, but then Solana might have a big pullback. What is the drawdown amount? Yeah, so potential decline of 40 to 50%. So let's do some pure speculation here. Let's go back to the Solana USD chart, and let's do some pure speculation here on drawdowns. All right, so let's see here. All-time high of 210. Let's say where we're at, we get up. Oh, I gotta zoom in a little bit here. So from where we're at, I want to say ceiling or peak during the bull market of around 330 to 400, and that's a wide range, I know. So let's say 410. That's 143, almost 150% increase in price during the bull market. And let's say that we fall from that target, right? Let's say 380, 390, and they're saying a 50% drawdown. Back down to 191, sub $200 Solana token. Not that bad in my opinion, but maybe that's not what they're talking about. Maybe what they're talking about is a drawdown. We get a little pump up, maybe up to 230, 235, but then we fall 50% to 40 to 50%. So we'll do 45 down to 125 Solana. Still not bad considering I know a lot of people who got into Solana way back here, right? So $20 Solana, sub $10 Solana. You know what I mean? So those people are up considerably, and I wish them the best of luck. Moving on, as we get ready to wrap up, any questions, comments, concerns, please post it. What's up, Chuck Danger? Hope you're doing well. Stacy. Solana hits records as Ethereum outperforms Bitcoin and AI meme coin frenzy, surging revenues fuel rally. So we already talked about Solana outperforming Ethereum. We already talked about Bitcoin. And the latest meme coin trend of artificial intelligence agents promoting and investing tokens is most certainly centered on Solana. So we're talking about not the AI building a token, but using AI to market your token, right? Maybe you got that. We already know that the bots are everywhere. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. But now Solana has greatly benefited from a resurging speculative frenzy with meme coins, with most of the activity centered around Solana-based DeFi protocols. The latest trend or fad of artificial intelligence agents pumping meme coins is also predominantly based on the Solana network. A primary example is Goatius Maximus token, which skyrocketed over 600 million market cap from zero in only 2 weeks. Because the token launched on October 10th by an anonymous developer using Pump.fun and got endorsed by Truth Terminal. With that, a whole narrative was born from the intersection of AI meme coins and crypto, says David Zimmerman. AI meme coins have gained massive attention over the last 2 weeks, with many tokens reaching over 100 million market cap, right? This is why I wanted to hang out with Trips and Crypto Mikkel this weekend when we get some availability, but right now going through a tough weekend personally, but nothing to report to you guys. Open interest on Solana future markets climbed over 18 million on Sol, or 3.09 billion, and the highest amount is notional value since January 2023. CoinGlass shows, blah, blah, blah. Open interest refers to, blah, blah, blah. Funding rates for, okay, that's it. So, speaking of Solana, a couple things I want to talk about here. Caffeine Crypto is still going strong. ARK updated the website. Pellish is continuing to push on, the various social media networks as well as listing. So project is actually, in my opinion, doing very well. Kuchi Coin, it needs a little bit of help, but it's not. I haven't been able to give it the attention it absolutely needs, unfortunately, and I need to do better. But again, with Pops and everything that's going on, I'm just stretched so thin, and I need to do better, plain and simple. Democats, again, Democats doesn't mean Democrats. I just played on the word Democrat to just, the point is to get people to go vote. Go get people to go out there and be involved in whatever your local legislation, bills, whatever. Like, be involved in the decision-making process in your town, your city, your state, your country. Just be involved. That's the point. And then, of course, Wag Layla had a productive conversation with a gentleman or individual, don't want to assume, on Twitter or X. The project, first of all, good call out on a number of different things. They need to change some words around as far as the marketing. But what is the tangible benefit that's going to be provided by this token? What are the use cases? What is it going to do that's going to be different from the others? Is still a work in progress, but I completely understand where they were coming from. And it's a proof of work token that's mineable now. One pool supports it, and I believe the team is working towards other options, so other mining pools, eventually an exchange. But there's a long road ahead of this project if they want to be a legitimate token and not another shitcoin, unfortunately. Again, I am a part of that team, helping to a certain capacity, but I'm not the lead of that token. I am the lead of Democats, which sucks, and Coochie Coin, which sucks because I'm not giving it the attention and love that it deserves to do better, because Coochie Coin is a fun name. The name alone is what got it to the $10,000 market cap. But the team at Cats of Crypto have been killing it. And I understand both sides of the arguments amongst our friends and colleagues on the project and their stance on the project. So I respect everyone's decision. I'm just giving you guys an update. So Cats of Crypto pushing exchanges, listings, marketing. I need to do better on this. I need to do better on this. And I'm going to try to do everything I can to help this project actually get out of shitcoin status. But I can't guarantee anything. You guys know me, at least people who've been watching me, you know me. And matter of fact, I donated a large majority of funds that was mined since the project started, which I believe was the 16th, around 8:30 a.m. is when I woke up. The Genesis block was mined while I was sleeping. But when I woke up, I got my miners online, I had my nodes set up, all that good stuff, and I started mining. And a large majority of those funds have already been donated back to the exchange wallet, the dev wallet, marketing wallet, so that way it could help the team, continue to move forward. Still got a token on Radiant, SerpentX Tech. I know the market's available and stuff like that, but there's just so many things, and I don't have a team to help me with anything. Cats of Crypto is a team developed and built by Pellish, or led by Pellish, in my opinion. We all have equal share, I guess you could say, or equal voice, but Pellish is really leading the charge on that, whereas I'm just one person that's got 3 projects, technically 4, that I am sleeping on and doing a bad job. I would love to get some help, but I don't have any money to pay you, and I don't like people working with me or for me, and I can't pay them. That pisses me off, because I don't want that happening to me. I've been working for free for most of my life, doing good things to people. Wow, that sounds dirty. Doing what I can for people, and them taking advantage of that, right? Them taking advantage of my kindness. I do something at a discounted rate or for free, and then they keep abusing, and they keep abusing, they keep abusing, and then I never get anywhere. Hence the reason why I'm in this position that I'm in. And the only way that I can make the things work is by doing YouTube, working my 9 to 5, having my wife's help, and working side hustle jobs. That's the only way that I can keep my household afloat, because not a single one can sustain us long term. So it's unfortunate, but basically what I'm saying in summary is be patient with me. I'm sorry that I'm sucking at keeping up and helping out with these various projects and stuff like that. Don't want to take on any more, but I will take on more if I am actually paid, because none of these have made me any money. If anything, they cost me money. I sunk in $3,000 of my own money that I had to scramble together into Coochie Coin alone, plus another 1,000 plus into Cats of Crypto just to help out my boy, and then Demo Cats was a couple hundred, I think. And then I'm not getting paid by Wagler. I'm not getting paid by the token and rate. I'm not getting any money off of this to pay my bills and help me out with my debts, and it sucks. So any jobs that do pay me, I would be more than happy to take, but then that's going to be prioritized over anything else that I have. So that's my update, personal and project updates. Do you have any questions, comments, concerns? Do you want to provide some constructive criticism? I'm open to it, and I appreciate every single one of you. We got Red Panda Mining coming on here in just a second, so hang tight. Don't go just yet. If you are leaving, please make sure to hit that like button on the way out. But yes, let me know what you're thinking. And don't leave your GPUs in a mining rig that you plan to ship to somebody. That's stupid, because the PCIe lanes, especially this plastic crap, cannot handle it. They can't. They can't. Okay? They can't. These aren't reinforced PCIe lanes, and even if they were reinforced, I still wouldn't do it. Because the shipping companies will throw your shit around like there's no tomorrow, and it's going to break. The weight of the GPUs will snap these things. So be careful. %. It could certainly melt, right? So you're melting. Well, it depends on how hot it is and how long it sits in the truck, right? It's already hot in these hubs. I worked at UPS for a long time. It's already hot in these hubs, right? Maybe, you know, like let's say Florida, the outside ambient temperature is 94, but it feels like 106. You're in a warehouse, so maybe the warehouse, even with fans or in a stagnant air environment, maybe the box's average temperature is around 98. Right? We're still not near the 110, 120 threshold, but now you're in a metal box, a big truck, right? Metal box, that starts to heat up even more. So now maybe the truck environment is 105, right? So because the plastic is so brittle and it's in a hot environment, they can very easily, if I just throw the box and it lands sideways, right? And all the GPUs go from this to this, boom. It just snaps the PCIe lane. Like, don't ship it. If you're going to ship GPUs inside these lanes, which I do not recommend, I recommend separating them, put them in a separate box with padding and protection, so when they do get thrown, the padding and protection will keep them safe, keep the fan safe, keep the PCIe slot safe. If you have the original box, try to put it in the original box. That's why I keep all of mine. But if you did ship it with the GPUs inside the PCIe lanes, you can use that pack and stuff, right? And get some stuff in between each GPU, so that way it helps support the PCIe lane that's holding, or slot that's holding that GPU, okay? All right, Red Panda Mining is going live. There they go. Thank you so much for watching. This stream was sponsored by Crypto Miner Bros. More to come from them in the future. I thank you. I thank them for sponsoring this live stream and sponsoring future content that's to come. Stay tuned to the channel. A lot of different things coming out. I can't promise it's going to be the latest and greatest or the hottest topics, but it is going to be informational and help somebody out there. It may not help you, but it might help somebody else. So feel free to share it, like it, all that good stuff. Help support the channel however you do. Check out the links in the description, affiliate links that provide a kickback to the channel. That's an additional way to support, get your equipment, but also support the channel. But you do you. I'm going to do my best to do me. Let me know if you need anything. I'll let you know if I need anything. Communicate. Be positive. Stay civil. Much love, everybody. Do me a favor. Hit that like button on the way out. Get subscribed. Hit the notification bell to stay up to date. And as I said earlier, check out links in the description to help support the channel and what we do here. And you have yourself a wonderful day. Take care. I'll catch you next one. Today's video is brought to you by CryptoMinerBros.com, a leading cryptocurrency mining hardware vendor / distributor, bringing you the latest offerings from Ice River, Bitmain, Goldshell, WhatsMiner, and much more from all the various manufacturers. And while they are headquartered in Hong Kong, they have mining distribution centers here in North America that can actually save you money on import duties, trusted by a number of different brands or companies in the industry. They also have a great following on social media, and if you follow them, you might get an update on whatever the latest offering is on hardware that comes out, as well as competitive pricing in the industry. If you're interested to learn more, click the link in the description and use coupon code SERPENTX at checkout. And by supporting our sponsors, you support our